Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, plasma, shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Double honors to the elect elders of the house of David that's been in this truth for decades and decades, patiently laboring and waiting for the second coming of our Lord Yahushua. The hearty mighty shalom to all of the mighty men of the Most High God who are out there in highways and byways, pushing this truth, magnifying the ministry, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, and enduring all things for the elect's sake. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all of the men that may not be out there in the highways and byways as of yet, but they're working on it. They're getting built up in the spirit. They're praying, they're fasting, they're studying. They're being diligent and abounding in the work of the Lord. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all of the aqua out there, the sincere sisters out there, zealous and on fire, holding it down in households, tending for the Lord without distraction. Shalom to the ancient men, the children and the elect of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, and everybody tuning in live. Call yourself.
God, Shabbat Shalom, all praises to the Most High for another Sabbath service. A little bit later, but nonetheless, very edifying through the Spirit. Yahweh Shai, as we always do. Let's go into Acts chapter 18, verse number 4.
The book of Acts, chapter 18, and verse number 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
Right, so another Sabbath service to persuade Israel, who knows as in Israel, to continue forth in the law, statutes, and commandments, the faith, the brotherly love, the charity, all things to magnify the name of Yahweh Shai. And to those just finding out that they're Israel, to compel them to be in the church of Berea, to search the scriptures daily and diligently to see if the words that are spoken to you are true or not. Right? And the only way we can discern that is through Philippians 4:13.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse number 13. I can do all things through my strength, which strengthens me.
Right? Through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, we're able to cast down false doctrine, stand 10 toes down for the doctrine we learn, not get tossed to and fro like a wave in the sea, and be fervent in these last days.
That's right. Shalom, shalom, Israel. And shalom to everybody reading, praying, and fasting in the last days, doing the work of the Most High God. Let's go to the mighty book of Acts, chapter 17, and verse number 2.
Acts chapter 17 and verse number 2. And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them, and 3 Sabbath days, reasoned with them out of the scriptures.
That's what you have to do in the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is not just a day we just lounge around. You have to read and go inside of the scriptures. It's very important. Where we on?
Opening and alleging that Hamashiach must needs have suffered and risen again from the dead, and that Yahushua, whom I preach unto you, is Hamashiach.
Right, that's what we're doing. We're preaching and we're magnifying the name of the Lord.
Come, and all that. As always, here we go to the book of Acts, chapter 15 and verse number 20.
Right, the book of Acts, chapter 15, and verse number 20. And it reads, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood. For Moses of old time had in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogue every Sabbath day.
Right. So also along with reading, studying, getting your spirit built up on the Sabbath day, right? Going in the scriptures, making sure that all of the doctrines, the scriptures that we learn are true and confirmed, right, through our spirits, right? We're also making sure that on the Sabbath day that we're abstaining from all things, right, that's polluted, that's evil, and things that will corrupt you and also defile the Most High. Right, so with that, first guys.
God, that's right. And we're going into addressing and discerning, right? Discerning, rather, that's the more appropriate word. Discerning major demons in Israel, right? Discernment is extremely important. Being able to recognize and perceive matters. Being able to hold your ground and not be supplanted and manipulated by spirits when they're presented before you. A lot of brothers are being overthrown. A lot of sisters are overthrown through these diverse demons because these demons that appear to them not in the form that the world, teaches you that demons appear to you. Demonic, dark teeth and red eyes and, villain-like, monstrous-like form, a lot of these demons appear as your loved ones. They appear as your co-workers. They appear as your neighbors. They appear as your families during these holiday seasons. So a lot of brothers are overthrown because they don't look at people and discern the spirits that's on them. They're preoccupied with flesh and blood instead of the spirits that are resonating on these individuals. So we're going to go into these different spirits that overthrow our forefathers, overthrew them, and that's overthrowing us in our current state, as a nation of people. And one of the main demons we're going to address first is lust. So we're going into the importance of discernment and lust, right? So go to Exodus chapter 15, and let's start at verse number 8. Right, Exodus chapter 15 and 8.
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 15, and verse number 8. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together, the flood stood upright as a heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea.
Right, this is going into the destruction of Pharaoh's army. Read on.
The enemy said, I will pursue,
I will pursue,
I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them.
my what?
My lust shall be satisfied upon them.
Read.
I will draw my sword. My hand shall destroy it.
So lust is heavy, huh? He was lusting to do what? To murder, to kill and destroy God's people. See, a lot of people, they can't discern lust because they only look at lust as a sexual, promiscuous, provocative, naked woman all the time. Lust is beyond that, man. Lust can move throughout the course of nature, and lust can drive you to do things that have absolutely nothing to do with the woman, absolutely nothing to do with fornication, nothing to do with masturbation, pornography. The king of Egypt, he said, my lust shall be satisfied. And what did he seek to do? There's no woman that he was trying to get. This isn't the Holofernes, Judith the Count, right? What he's trying to do is destroy the children of the Most High. But it's lust that's driving them to do that. Lust can drive you for revenge. Lust can drive you to, talk back. Lust can drive you for violence. Lust can go and manipulate you and make you do things that you thought that you would never do. Read that again. Read verse 9 again.
God. The enemy said, I will pursue.
Now, this is lust because what just happened prior to this? What did the Lord do to Egypt? He killed the firstborn of man and beast. You would have thought in your right mind, you know what? They got it. Right? After that, the frogs, the flies, the lice, the locusts, plagues on the livestock, all of the plagues that the Most High sent. Hey, look, y'all got it. Right? Y'all spoiled us. Y'all robbed us. Y'all go ahead and pursue. Right? And get out of here. But he said, I will pursue. Read on.
Come. I will overtake.
I will overtake.
I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them.
So it was deeply inside of him. Huh? My lust shall be satisfied. So he was lusting to murder, lusting to kill, and lusting to overtake. Right? So this is being able to discern lust, man, and being able to look inside of you and see, what do you lust after? Right? What do you lust after? It may not necessarily be a woman or the desire to be with a woman. It may be you lust and desire power, or you lust and desire violence, or you lust and desire to argue, or you lust and desire folly, right? What do you lust and desire? You have to be able to look internally and recognize these spirits, right? One more real quick. Go to the 2 Corinthians class, chapter 13 and verse number 5, right? In order to recognize lust, you have to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you'll never know these spirits, right? You have to know who you are first and what your shortcomings are, right? 2 Corinthians 13 and 5.
Come on. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse number 5. Examine yourself.
You examine everybody else.
Examine yourself.
Look at everybody else faults.
Examine yourself.
You got to examine yourself. Man. You got to take that look in the mirror and understand what's causing you to go off. What do you desire? What's driving you to keep doing that same sin? Right, you know what?
Whether ye be in the faith,
right?
Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves?
The Lord say,
know ye not your own selves?
You don't know yourself, man. Right? You don't know that you secretly got that hatred towards the children of Israel, man. Right? With Pharaoh, what you didn't know that you oppressed them and been killing them and robbing them the whole time. Right? You don't?
Know ye not your own selves? how that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is in you, except you be reprobate.
And you don't want to have a reprobate mind. A reprobate mind is a mind that's completely void of judgment and examination. A mind that has no type of recon within himself, right? And he can't discern any matter. Everything's black and white to him, and everything's plain upon tables to him. And that's why he's always overthrown. He's not able to look into the layers of spirits and look deep inside particular individuals. And that's when he goes off in his lust. So again, lust is not just a woman that you saw, but lust is about what you desire, right? And what do you desire, rather spiritual or physical, it can overthrow you if you can't discern.
Let's go to Matthew chapter 6 and verse number 19. Right? So like the brother was saying, the conceived notion of lust always bounces back to sexual desire, man. Lust overthrows people left and right. Right? Lot's wife was overthrown by lust. She lusted for the things that was behind her instead of looking forth and not desiring what was behind her. So lust, chiefly it is, physical, but on the spiritual level, it deceives and leads you to the left-hand side, and you don't understand why you're on that side. Right. Well, let's bring that up.
Come. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay now up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Right, so a lot of people, they covet money. They lust over having a whole bunch of money in their bank account. Maybe not even spend it, right? Just to open the app and see a couple comments in there, right? Your lust may be stuff of this earth, things that you can hold, the tangible things, right? You bought 1,000 pairs of Jordans that nobody has. The Carolina Blues and the Sevens, the Olympics, all these different name brand Jordans that people really don't care about, man. They get creased up and lose their value. So you don't want to harp up treasures upon yourself, which can be stolen, which moth can destroy, dust, anything in this earth can destroy it, right?
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Read that one more time.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So wherever your treasure is, what you hold dear to yourself, that's where your heart is going to be. That's what you're going to lust over, right? And you should lust for things on the right-hand side. Understand, lust for mercy. Lust for the Lord to give you another day to have the opportunity to serve him, right? That should be your desire, right? But you shouldn't lust over it in a malicious or evil way, because that's what's going to destroy you. That's where your heart is. Your heart is going to be set on something that you can't obtain, but your eyes should always be focusing on Yahweh Shai, leading you towards the kingdom.
That's right. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 19. So lust can be many ways, like brothers are bringing up. You can have sexual lust, right? You have lust to hate, and you also can have lust to get revenge. Right? So certain people never stop until they fulfill that fire that's kindling deep down within them. So go to
2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse number 19. And Ashel pursued after Abner, and in going he turned not to the right hand nor to the left from following Abner.
And that's a lot of brothers remember on the left-hand side. They don't turn from the right hand or the left hand to get counsel, think twice, see whether they're doing is even worthwhile, even pursuing. A lot of brothers then pursue a job, right? A lot of brothers will move through lust, you understand, end up somewhere in another state, they lose their job, their family's poor, and now they're in a situation in which they were not winning through the lust of an opportunity. Right, read?
Then Abner looked behind him and said, Art thou Asel? And he answered, I am. And Abner said to him, Turn thee aside to thy right hand or to thy left, and lay thee hold on one of the young men, and take thee his armor. But Asahel would not turn aside from following of him.
Right, because he was lusting to get revenge, lusting to kill. Read.
And Abner said to Asahel, Turn thee aside from following me. Wherefore should I smite thee to the ground? How then should I hold up my face to Joab thy brother?
Right, now jump to verse 26.
Come. Verse 26. Then Abner called to Joab and said, shall the sword devour forever?
Read it again.
Shall the sword devour
Shall
forever?
the sword devour forever? How much killing needs to go on? You got certain brothers they continuously kill from this generation to this generation, the Crips, the Bloods, the Vice Lords, up west, downtown, left, right. There's a bunch of confusion. Should a sword continue to devour forever? Read it.
Knowest thou not that it will be bitterness in the latter end?
And what comes with it, man? Death, hatred, envy, right? I mean, you get jail time. So many things can happen to you lust and they get revenge and hate your brother, right? Read.
How long shall it be then, ere thou bid the people?
And so like here, real quick, this kindles deep down with them people so long that they got high school reunions. And they'll come and they'll hire somebody to be their date, they'll try to flex, and they just trying to get revenge on people that hurt them generations ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Trying to flex on people. People want revenge so bad they just lusting to get what they never had before. That woman, right? Recognition, right? These spirits of lust is deeper than just a woman, like brothers are bringing up. Right now, go to 2 Timothy chapter 3 and start at 26.
2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 26. And when Joab was come out from David, he sent messengers after Abner.
Right, he sent messengers after Abner. So everybody's after Abner, right? It's in their spirit, right? They're kindling this fire of lust being conceived to try to kill this man. They won't let it go, right? Read.
Which brought him again from the well of Sirah, but David knew it not.
Right, so now it's deception involved. It's sneaky tricks. It's being manipulative. It's trying to get your way to go around the king. Read.
And when Abner was returned to Hebron, Joab took him aside in the gate to speak with him quietly, and smote him there under the 5th rib, and he died for the blood of Asael, his brother.
Right, he would have never stopped pursuing him until he killed this man. So his lust deep down within him had to kindle that fire of hatred to kill.
Quick precept. Let's go to the book of Numbers, chapter 16, right? And we start at verse 1. Because as the verse I brought up, it's plenty of ways to lust, right? It's not always, right, so-called just a woman, right, or a sister. You just lust after that so-called man, right? It's a multitude of ways, right? And even for example of power, right? So bring that out in number 16 and verse 1.
Numbers chapter 16 and verse number 1. Now Korah, the son of Isaiah, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and the sons of Pelah, and the sons of Reuben took men. And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown.
Right, and you may have some, even some men, right, that you may be a part of a body, right, or a part of a camp, man, where you may have a so-called name, but you always want more, right? This would be as someone say a coup, right? You taking certain men, right, create damn group chats and try to have a secret council to overtake Moses, man, right? You got certain brothers, man, right, that they may be in the main group chat with whatever everyone, man, right? Then they got a secret group chat on the side, right, with like 5 brothers, right, 6 brothers, man, right? How are we going to so-called, right, overtake the camp, right? How are we going to put ourselves, right, as the so-called the HNICs, man, right? And then you got certain men, right, who may quote unquote maybe put on the hot seat, right? Well, if the so-called leaders are supposed to be suspended, man, right? If you want them demoted, man, right? Then why don't you do X, Y, and Z, right? Or if I got so-called plan to lead the body this way, type of spirit, man, right? You can't have that evil lust, man, right? To want to take over the body or get yourself a name higher than what the Most High has already given you, right? You know.
And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore then lift you up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
Right, and the Most High, he's the one that rose up Moses, right? He's the one that rose up Aaron, man. Right, then the Lord say in the book of Exodus, the 7th chapter, man, right, that I shall make thee eat even as a God to Moses, man, right, and Aaron shall be the priest, man, right. So you seeing how the Lord had raised these men up, right? It's not of a man to, well, we all just decided and we came together, right? These two brothers, they're gonna be the vanguards, man, right. He's gonna be the general, man. Right, and I'm going to be the so-called captain, right? All things were made by the Most High, right? Let's jump down to verse 28, right, to get to the point. Actually, verse 27.
Numbers chapter 16 and verse number 27.
Actually, start at verse 26.
26. He said unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray thee, from the tents of these wicked men.
Of these who?
Of these wicked men.
Right, we don't.
And touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins.
Right, and having that lust, man, right? Lust of power, right? Lust of authority, right? A so-called name, man, right? The Lord said that these men were wicked, man, right? It's wicked to go against the council or go against the authority of power structure that the Most High God has set up, man, right? And just for you to overleap or down talk the judges of the earth, man, right? We don't.
So they gave up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan and Abiram on every side, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives and their sons and their little children. And Moses said, Hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own mind. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up with all that appertaineth unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord.
Right? Read on.
And it came to pass, if he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder them. So and the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, right, in their houses, and all the men that appertained unto Korah, and all their goods.
Right. Right. So the Lord, man, he made a speedy judgment, man. Right. That if these men were just to die the death of men, man, right? That the so-called common code, right? You so-called just don't wake up, man, right? Or man was to just come and fall upon them, man, and kill them, man, right? That and these be not from the Most High, man, right? But the Lord said that, right, that if there be a new thing, man, right, and the Lord can go out, right, in a strange judgment, man, right? They got that show from back in the day, a so-called 1,000 ways to so-called die, man, right? The Lord can make a strange sign or a wonder, man, to show that this is definitely from the Most High, man, right? And which the Lord will give you a swift judgment, right? Just by that damn lust, man, right? Your damn lust and walk and fall into your own damnation, right?
Right. Let's go to the book of just to touch on the importance of lust, a quick precept in Colossians chapter 3 and verse number 10. Right? And really it starts with discipline, right? It starts with discipline, right? And understanding a lot of people, man, you don't find out till you find out, right? And then you get jammed up after you fulfilled your lust, right? And all these accounts ended up catching up with him. Joab got caught up with him. Solomon sent Benaniah, ran and got his hands on the horns of the altar when he got slain, right? And buried in his house in the wilderness. And caught up with Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, right? And that lust will catch up with you, right? If you don't tame it and destroy it, it's going to destroy you, man. Right? Read Colossians 3 and what I call 10.
Colossians chapter 3 and verse number 10. And have put on the new man. Come. Verse number 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication.
Right? And to defeat lust, it starts with mortifying your members. Right? Mortify means to kill, like a mortician. Right? They deal with dead bodies. They handle dead bodies on a daily basis. So it starts with mortifying your members, examining yourself and looking at the different things that you struggle with, right? And coming up with an action plan to be able to defeat those things that are defeating you, whether through prayer, counsel, fasting, going to the law, understanding the judgments and the fear of the Most High, right? These things are going to help you mortify and kill those members that are compelling you to lust, right? So fornication is what? What is fornication?
Unlawful sex.
Right, unlawful sexual acts, right? Whether it's adultery, laying down with an animal, what they call bestiality, homosexuality, incestual relationships, sodomy, pedophilia, all of those things are fornication. Read on.
Uncleanness.
Uncleanness.
Inordinate affection.
Inordinate affection.
Evil concupiscence. And covetousness, which is idolatry.
Which is what?
Which is idolatry.
So lust is really covetousness, and covetousness is idolatry, huh? And idolatry is it's the transgression of the first commandment. The Lord said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." So what you're doing is when you're lusting, you're making the agenda that you have your God, and you're moving just like the so-called white man. When he decides to rape, rob, and murder and conquer a nation, when he decides to go bomb and pillage and pilfer the indigenous people of the land. Thanksgiving is about lust, man. How the so-called white man lusted after their territory, man. Lusted after the people. When you read those articles and letters that Columbus had, those full of lust. He said these people are made good slaves, man. I believe Nakamai went into that a part of that earlier, overheard, he said they immediately put them into slavery or something to that effect, man. So you really make your desire and your agenda your God. And lust blinds you, man. It blinds you from making wise judgments, man. And that clarity comes afterwards. By that time, it's too late, man. Right? By that time, it's too late. So covetousness is outright idolatry. Idolatry will get you put to death. Give me Sirach 18 and 30. It will get you put to death. That's why one thing that we were never taught in the world is discipline. You were taught to act on your lust. Get back, get back. Be emotional. Go talk to him. Go do this. Go do that. Everything's about the flesh. Growing up as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man in America, huh? Everything's about the flesh. Everything's about lust and what you want, huh? But there's no restrictions. There's no discipline. There are no limitations, huh? Right? And in this truth, that's one of the things you have to learn, that you can't do things, huh? You have to refrain from things. You have to stop yourself from speaking at times. Stop yourself from doing things at times. That's discipline. Sirach 18 and 30.
Sirach chapter 18 and verse number 30. Go not after thy lust.
What the Lord say?
Go not after thy lust.
It says go not after thy lust. Right? Read.
But refrain from thy appetites.
Refrain. Keep up the definition of to refrain. Refrain from your appetite. And that's not talking about eating a deep dish, man, or a hoagie or a stuffed crust, man. Right? Refrain from your appetite. What is your appetite in that context? Your lust, what you want, man.
Anything that you're trying so hard to go after.
Right, anything you're trying to go after, man. Right, so pull up that definition to refrain.
Right. This is from the etymology online dictionary, right? Refrain, right? It's a verb. It means to exercise control over.
To do what?
To exercise control over.
Yeah, not be a damn get back, man. A brother say something to you, you gotta want nothing. Brother, you don't have any damn discipline, brother. Hey, your woman, they call it crash out now. They say that's the term that they do for YNs and Jake now. I'm about to crash out. Dude, I seen a dude crash out. He went into the gas station, man. This Eric gave him a pink lighter. He crashed out, man. And he got this Eric. He damn go to Chicago And he be getting on Jake, man. Making a sport of the poor brothers out there in Chicago. Brother seen that? Yeah, he be calling them damn cheeseburger and big nugget and all that stuff. And these guys be crashing out, man. They be knocking over the damn stuff in the store and all hell be breaking loose, man. Just because somebody say something to you don't mean you crash out, man. It's okay to have self-control, man. I'll bring it out, King. You see that? So Jake is into that, man. Jake like watching people lust too, man. I gotta see them lust, man. Right? Read that again. What is that definition?
Exercise control over.
No, have no self-control.
Exercise control over.
Right, you have to control your eyes, control your mouth, control your body. Those are the three things that get Jake killed, man. Not controlling your eyes, your mouth, and your body. When I say body, you know what I'm talking about. Those things get you killed, man. Right? Read.
Restrain, hold someone or something back from action.
Hold yourself back from action, man. You don't have to always react, man. You don't have to crash out. You don't have to spaz out. Right? You don't have to entertain all of these demons all the time. You don't have to backlash. You don't have to give your opinion all the time, man. Right? You don't have to stir up strife. That could be a spirit on that. This goes into discernment. It could be a spirit that hopped on your Ramya to try to get me out of the spirit. I don't have to entertain that spirit, man. Right? He could have came up to me and said, you might know you listen to John T. Right? You know, he put me to the side, I want to talk to you. Put me in the corner. On a new moon, right? Right? On a new moon, right? Now, if I went after my lust, then I would say, I would say something else, man. But discipline and self-restraint will allow me to do otherwise, man. Right? So go on, a little more on that.
Come on. As in thoughts.
As in what?
Thoughts.
No, just words.
As in thoughts.
You gotta, and your thoughts will cause you to go off. A lot of brothers, that's what concupiscence is and lasciviousness. A lot of brothers, you have these little fantasies in your mind and things that you want and great plans. I'm gonna do this, man. Like in Exodus 15, I'm gonna get it, man. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna move like the brothers. I'm gonna move out to Kansas. Nobody's out there. They said they're paying $50 an hour. Then you get out there, it was a scam. You meet a damn East Indian, man. Sitting at a gas station, man. And he throw you a damn sponge and say, get to work, man. You start damn cleaning up the damn bathroom floor in Kansas somewhere, man. You don't let your whole family to that a great opportunity, man. Because you got something in junk mail. And you went and clicked the junk mail and bought a ticket to damn Kansas somewhere, man. That's going to have off. Right? There's no discipline, man. How many people in prison because of no discipline, huh? They made one move, huh? And they all regret it, huh? You don't want to live a life full of regrets. What kind of life is that, huh? Damn, I sure did that. Right. What the hell was I thinking? Damn, I did that. Yet the Lord said, blessed is the man whose conscience has not condemned him, huh? Right? Read on.
God. Thoughts, desires, feelings.
Control your emotions. Read.
Vices.
What is vices? Your addictions, your sins. People call it, there's a thing for vice. I can't think of the term. But they say everybody has a vice. That's my vice. Right? Right, go on.
Come. To repress, keep in check.
To keep what?
To keep in check.
Right, before you keep anybody else in check, and you get on Jake on the highways and byways, keep yourself in check. Keep yourself in check from putting your damn hands on your woman. You're getting drunk. You're doing God knows what. Have some rulership and discipline over yourself, and that's going to prevent you from going after your lust. Right. Understanding the consequences. See, one more point. A lot of times, Jake, you do stuff because you don't really understand how far this thing could really go. Right? You don't know that your life could be lost, bro. That this brother could kill you. Right? That this brother might know somebody. You get out the car, you road rage, and you pop the trunk. Hey, somebody always got something bigger than you, huh? Right? You talk back, they words can get fiercer than you. There's always somebody better than you, huh? Right? You hit hard, somebody can hit you harder, huh? Right? Things can always go left, huh? Things can always go left. So a lot of times, Jake don't count the cost before they make certain decisions, and they don't understand the ramifications. And that's why they end up in these situations, huh? Because they don't understand trial and error. Right? Brother Scott.
That's right. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 5, and let's start at verse 21. 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 21. Right, this is the account of pure lust right here.
2 Kings chapter 5 and verse 21. So Gehazi followed after Naaman, and when Naaman saw him running after him, he lighted down from the chariot to meet him,
Right.
and said, "Is all well?" And he said, "All is well. My master has sent me, saying, Behold, even now there be come to me from Mount Ephraim 2 young men of the sons of the prophets. Give them, I pray thee, a talent of silver and 2 chains of garments."
Right, so he's lusting. He want change of raiment, he want garments, he want silver, he want gold, he want all these things his master never said to ask Naaman, man, in the first place. He's making this all up, man. It's like going somewhere, your damn son, God forbid, or your daughter, go to your grandmother. Mom said, give me $20. I was going to give it to her. Then your grandmother, she opened it up, she giving you the money, you stuff it in your back pocket, man. Go to the store and go off. Right? So a lot of people don't say things just to receive it through their lust. Right? Read that again, King, verse 22.
And he said, "All is well. My master hath sent me, saying, Behold."
See, lying, that's like your lust that lose the lying. Now you're lying. Now you're being secretive. Right? Read.
"Behold, even now there be come to me from Mount Ephraim 2 young men of the sons of the prophets. Give them, I pray thee, a talent of silver
Right, bribe. Read.
and 2 chains of garments." And Naaman said, "Be content, take 2 talents."
And you see how he said that be the sons of the prophets. Like, how could he say no to this? So he kind of mapped out this whole scheme in his head, how to take silver and gold and lust from this man. Read.
And he urged him, and bound 2 talents of silver in 2 bags with 2 changes of garments, and laid them upon 2 of his servants, and they bare them before him. And when he came to the tower, he took them from their hand and bestowed them in the house. And he let the men go, and they departed.
Right.
But he went in and stood before his master. And Elisha said unto him,
Right, through the sermon and the spirit of the Most High.
"Whence comest thou, Gehazi?" And he said, "Thy servant went no whither."
That's all, man. And the brother just quoted the precept. Right? Blessed the man whose conscience has not condemned him, man. I went nowhere, right? Nowhere. He asked your son where did the cookies go? He got all of these crumbs on his hands, man. Oh, nowhere. They went nowhere. Yeah, you know where they went, man. Right? You wanted to consume them through your lust. Right? Read.
And he said unto him, "Went not mine heart with thee, when the man turned again from his chariot to
And
meet
he
thee?
knew exactly what he went to go do. Read.
Is it a time to receive money, and to receive garments, and olive yards, and vineyards, and sheep, and oxen, and men servants, and maid servants?"
Right now, all of that is lust. Looking at it on a spiritual level, man. And the Lord said, when you actually go into this money, right? Money represents covetousness. It is the root of all evil, the love of money. Right? You have receiving garments, right? Like the Lord said in Sirach, that 11th chapter, boast no man of his rank. Right? You got sheep, oxen, vineyards, manservants, maidservants, all of these things. He said, look, you can't consume these things through your lying and through your lust. So this man, what was his penalty for lusting after things that didn't belong to him? Right, behold?
"The leprosy thereof of Naaman shall cleave unto thee, and unto thy seed forever." And he went out from his presence, a leper as white as snow.
And that's what judgment, man. You lust on the wrong thing, you get overtaken, man. See, a lot of people that have STDs and them, they lust after these women. They go to these different concerts, they heard about this party, right? They actually went to the party, and it's a shootout on the party. And you the one that got hit, man. You the one that ended up on the news, right? You wanted to try this new drug, right? That's in the school, and you wanted to pop a pill for the first time. Next thing you know, you overdose. Look how many rappers overdose, man. Look how many things happen to all of these people. They playing around with the lust of the world. It's the lust of the eyes. But I got one more. It's Sirach, chapter 23 and verse number 16.
Sirach, chapter 23, and verse number 16. 2 sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind.
Right, a hot mind. Can't never calm his brother down. Like the Lord said, trouble not with a bold fellow, man. Because you know now what he's going to do. Paraphrase the break. You don't want to travel around with somebody that's a hot head. They always want to fight, get you in situations you don't need to be in. You always get overthrown. Brother always want to fight you. You got certain women, right? They always fighting one another. They call it catty, man. She being catty, always wanting to fight and overtake in a hot mind. You don't want to hang around a brother that has a hot mind, right? Read.
A hot mind is as a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
Right, till you put to death, right? Read.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire.
Say he will never cease. He's always on the hunt. He's always on the prowl. He's going to this club, to this venue. He's hitting up his damn crush in the 9th grade. He found her on Facebook. He's sitting up there looking at your auntie. Right? His man will never cease till he had kindled a fire. Right? Read.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not be all.
Right? I mean, yeah, that's spiritual. Like, yeah, it's literal, but it's also spiritual, man. Stop trying to make everybody your wife in Israel, man. You done met this sister. She done read 3 precepts and put her hand over her chest like this. Next thing you know, you're asking her to fly out, man. Asking her to lay down. What would life be like? How many children do you want? You don't even know the doctrine that she even understands. You didn't even know the spirit, nor have you tried her through the fire. See, all bread is sweet to a whoremonger, because your inward thoughts is to lay down with this woman and pop her. Man. It's not to take care of her. Make sure that you're teaching her, you're providing for her the principal things the Most High said that a man should do for a woman. And the Lord said, all bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave it off till he dies. And that's the inward resolution and a goal for a man that's kindling in those type of spirits. This man has to be put to death. That's why it's very important to restrain yourself from all of these spirits.
God. Let's go to Sirach chapter 37. We can study verse 26. That's a very important point right there, man. A lustful man will not be satisfied until he's consumed and dead for his actions. Right? Before that, let's go to Sirach 15 and start at verse number, 14. Right, Sirach 15 and verse number 14.
Sirach chapter 15 and verse number 14. He himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel.
So the Lord made man in the beginning and left us in the hand of his counsel. So we have wise counsel. We have understanding. We have people who've been through certain situations to know not to go down that same path. Right? You don't have to try crack cocaine to know not to try crack cocaine.
Right.
Right? The Lord has given us counsel and understanding through certain situations. We see certain situations, for example, like the one the brother Orion brought out with Gehazi. He went after that cash, right? Going behind people's back, trying to get something, get one up so he can fill his pockets. And look at the plagues that happened to him. His seed forever is a leper. So you have counsel that goes out, and you got to see what's best for your life, right? You can get 2 verses on that. We go to side, right?
If thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness, he have set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thine hand until whether thou wilt.
Right, so the Lord set fire and water before you. Right, stretch forth your hand. What you want? You want to be burned? Do you want to drown? Or do you want to be faithful and keep the commandments? Right, the commandments teach you not to lust over the beauty of a woman. Right, read Proverbs the 6th chapter. What happens? See what happens when you decide to go down that dark alley with knowing damn well that you don't have no knife or gun, when you can take the long way around in the lighted street. When you go down that alley, you might get robbed, jumped, stabbed, shot. Right? These are the counsels that the Lord has laid forth that we can have discernment. Right? Let's jump to Sirach 37. And that's an important thing to have when you deal with lust. Discernment. Right? They have this thing, it's kind of loose. It's called post-NUT clarity. Right? After you do something, you come to your senses. You come to your senses like, man, why the hell did I do that? Right. I know I shouldn't have did that. And that's what happens after you lust. You be so desirable to finish and get what you want Then after you do it, you find out it ain't even worth it. Like the brother said, you go to a party, you've been trying to go to this party because you want to do these new damn house party dance moves. Then a whole damn fight break out and you get hit with 9 shots. Right? That's the clarity that comes afterward. Because when you concealed and your mind is filled with lust, you don't think nothing else but getting what you need. When you need that fix, you're going to do whatever it takes. Right? Let's bring that out. Sirach 37 and 26.
Sirach chapter 37 and verse 26. A wise man shall inherit glory among his people, and his name shall be perpetual.
Right?
My son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it.
So to understand what lust is, you have to prove your own soul and see what's good for your soul and see what's not. If you know that you can't be alone after 2:30 in the a.m. on your phone, turn your damn phone off. Right? If you know that every woman who walks past you got your nose in the air, stop looking at every woman that walks past you. Right? You have to figure out your own soul and understand how the hell to move as a king on this earth. Right? A king isn't going and chasing money. He got money already. Right? The king isn't going and chasing to get new garments. He got fly garments in the house already. And to move as an Israelite king and a young man as princes, we have to know what things we ought to avoid. Right? Keep going, king.
For all things are not possible for all men.
Right?
Neither hath every soul pleasure in everything.
So you shouldn't have pleasure in everything. Right? Israel isn't a sensual people where we just popping mollies and sweating and touching everything, man. That's Esau, man. Like the brother said, being in this truth is learning discipline. It's learning how to not say something when somebody says something. That's how you know you're mature, when you don't give everything a reaction. Everything doesn't require a knock bomb to go from 0 to 100. Right? Or Gabbard is what they used to call it, crash out. Crash out like he's the damn toddler, man. That's how they making us act like toddlers, man. Right? Keep going, King. Shut up.
Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats.
So you can't be unsatiable on everything that looks beautiful, that tastes good, that smells good, or upon your meats, man. Right? And on the contrary, that's talking about things that are profitable in this world too. Right? Right? Everybody wants a Big Mac. Right? But a Big Mac isn't good for you, brother. Right. It isn't good for you, man. Or some candy. You want a Snickers bar. You got cavities, man. Right? You got cavities. Your teeth about to fall out the next bite, man. You got to be able to have discipline over everything, man. Over every little goddamn thing. Because if you don't, you're going to fall for everything, man. Because every time it's for every action, it's an equal and or opposite reaction, man. You're going to get something whether you do it or not. It's going to happen.
Come on. Let's go to the book real quick, 2 Timothy, real quick. Right? Quick precept. 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, and verse number 3. And that's a beautiful spirit to pray for, man. Right? These gifts are from Yahweh Shemashah. The ability to control your temper, control your mind. Right? 2 Timothy 4 and 3.
2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse number 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but their own lust.
But after their own lust.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears.
And what?
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall return unto fables.
So this also goes into discernment, right? See, lust can also go into driving you away from understanding the scriptures, right? Driving you away from your understanding and your knowledge that the Most High gave you, right? Read verse number 3 again.
Come. For the time will come.
That time will come is the time right now.
Right.
That's don't say, okay, well, maybe 20 more years from now, maybe this might come to pass. No, it's happening right now. Right? You know?
When they will not endure sound doctrine.
Sound doctrine is the truth. Healthy, whole doctrine. Go on.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers.
What does that mean? You're going to heap to yourselves teachers after your own lust. Somebody give an example.
Basically, finding somebody to basically give you smooth words or want to justify your wickedness in a way that you see it to be all right. You want them to. I lost my train.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it's going to. That's exactly what it's going to. So if I desire Edomites, right? Deep down, I want an Edomite woman.
Right.
Then guess what? I'm going to go find a congregation where I can go lay down with an Edomite woman. Right? And I've been building up these precepts in my mind. I'm in this scripture, I'm in that scripture, and I'm looking at, 1 Kings 11, but then I'm looking at this, and now I have to find the men that are going to teach me that this is okay. I already believe it's okay. And I know it's off, but I believe it's okay. I need somebody to help me see me and allow me to be wicked, just like I am. Let me be wicked. Who's going to justify my wickedness? Oh, these guys, they teach it, right? Okay, now I'm content with my wickedness. Now I can be with an Edomite woman because these guys allow Edomite women to get popped and married. Right? So that's what that's going into, man. You have to have self-control in this truth, man. You might be seeing something, it's lucky. You might be seeing something in the scriptures. You might think it's a threefold scripture, and you just run away with it, man. You're lusting, brother. That's not a threefold. Oh, man, damn, this is mean. Because really, when you look at it like this on this level, and then you just run away with it and put it in your pocket, brother. That's lust, brother. Because you want to be the deep man. Nobody wants to, the Lord isn't dealing with the deep man. I'm the deepest brother in Israel, man. Right? I'm damn Solomon back on the earth, man. Right? It's not about being the deepest brother in Israel, man. Because if you are trying to get too deep and you lusting, like kids try to lust to get in that deep end, you see everybody doing backflips off the springboard. Hey, when I was a child, I did that, man. Everybody was doing the backflips and the front flips, and I'm in a damn, what you call it, the shallow kids end, man. I'm going deep in, man. I get the line, it's a long ass line, man. I get up there and I do a front flip, and I start drowning, man. I start drowning. And I guess how many times that happened? Many times. That's lust, man. I was drowned many times, man. Doing the same damn thing, man. As a child, that's full of lust, man. Full of lust. People lust to be accepted, man. You trim your ways to be accepted, man. Situations need to be, situations that are wrong need to be addressed, but your lust and desire to be accepted allows you to hold your tongue, right? And you start trimming your ways to seek love, right? You know that this is off and this is off, but you don't say it because you lust the brotherhood, right? So much where it conflicts with you and the integrity that the Most High told you to keep, You have to have a spirit of discernment. Real quick, go to one more, 1 Kings chapter 14 and 1. Right? You have to have a spirit of discernment. And it's true, right? 1 Kings 14 and 1.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 14, and verse number 1. At that time, Abiah, the son of Jeroboam, fell sick, and Jeroboam said to his wife, "Arise, I pray thee, and disguise thyself."
And do what?
And disguise thyself.
So these are counsels, huh? These are counsels. These spirits have disguised themselves, huh? Right? And here's this damn situation presented to you as the best job offer ever. Right? They're giving you $150,000 a year. Right? And they're telling you you get a 40% bonus on your salary. Right? And they're telling you you don't have to work the Shabbat. And they say it just like that. You don't have to work the Shabbats or new moons or feast days. Right? And then they say this one thing I desire of thee. Just come in and we'll talk about it. Read on. So it's a disguise. It sounds good. Read on.
Disguise thyself that thou be not known to be the wife of Jeroboam.
And that's how these demons are, man. How are we going to overthrow the guy out? Right? Well, we're going to have to disguise ourselves that he doesn't recognize us. Let's give him a damn $150,000 job offer. But he doesn't know that the day he approaches, he signs an letter. He has to report. He has to slice a hand to show his acceptance to our fraternity and our order. Right? Go on.
And get thee to Shiloh, and behold, there is Ahijah the prophet, which told me that I should be king over this people.
So these demons have a council, right? And they say, look, we're going to disguise ourselves so this brother doesn't recognize us. Here it is, the woman that you talked to 7 years ago hit you back up. 7 years ago. Your so-called love of your life. Your woman of your dreams. It never worked out. You know, maybe she moved out of state, or, you know, maybe you kind of got a new job, and, you know, but she hits you back all of a sudden. She has a hair wrap. Drink is in the border of blue. She says, hey, Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Shah Shemar. Right? Where's the school at? Where's camp? She shows up at camp. And she asks you, can you please break this down for me? And then you start getting all round up. You got a wife and 5 kids at home. Right? And she's telling you, but she don't tell you that she got a husband. Oh, well, you know, I'm not married. There's women like that. Oh, well, you know, man, ask where you been around. Oh, well, you know, right? It's complicated.
See.
Right? He doesn't take the train. I don't think we're married. Right, go on.
And take with thee 10 loaves and crack nails.
And what?
And crack
Why do you
nails.
supposed to get caught by the damn crack nails, man? Them 10 loaves and crack nails are the damn deceptive tactics of these demons, man. Right? You get enticed by that job, the damn 10 loaves and the crack nails is the money. You get enticed by that woman, it's her speech getting you, man. Don't get enticed by the 10 loaves and the crack nails. Read on.
And a cruse of honey.
And what's sweet?
And a cruse of honey.
Read.
And go to him. He shall tell thee which shall become the child.
Read.
And Jeroboam's wife did so, and arose and went to Shiloh and came to the house of Ahijah, but Ahijah could not see, for his eyes were set by reason of his age.
Right, his eyes were going dim. You know, like Isaac, it tells you in Genesis 27 that Isaac could not discern Jacob. Right? He said that's Jacob's voice, but this is Esau's hands, and he couldn't really discern him. Right? Go on.
And the Lord said unto Ahijah, behold, there was a Jeroboam coming to ask a thing of thee for his son, for he is sick. Thus and thus shalt thou say unto her, for it shall be when she cometh in, that she shall feed herself to be another woman.
So that she'll feign herself to be a righteous woman, a godly woman, a Proverbs 31 woman. Right? She'll feign herself, man. It's all in her bio. It's all on her page. Facebook, Instagram, sister chat, sisterhood. She'll feign herself to be a righteous woman. And then lo and behold, man, you lust and you go and you marry this woman, and it's not what you thought, man. It's nothing at all, man. As soon as the makeup come off, man, the socks come off. Feet stink, house a mess. Don't brush your teeth, farting, burping. Don't read. She take her damn dress off, put a beater on, right? She put a beater on and get a damn Budweiser, man. And say, well, you can't leave me, right? Ain't it the law? Ain't it the law? You can't put me away, right? I ain't going nowhere. So a lot of these brothers, you end up with a damn demon, huh? You end up with a demon. Me and my wife are having problems, right? She doesn't want to listen to me. Well, brother, you didn't listen to the counsel, brother. You didn't listen to the scriptures. You went after your own lust, brother, right? And got feigned by a woman. Read on.
And it was so, when Ahijah heard the sound of her feet as she came in at the door, that he said, come in, thou wife of Jeroboam, while feedest thou thyself to be another, for I am sent to thee with heavy tidings.
I see right through you, brother. And that's discernment right there. Why are you pretending to be somebody that you're not, brother? Right? You're not that woman, brother. You're not him. A lot of people get beguiled by people in speech and dress and things like that, brother. Some brothers, you gotta see right through them, huh? And look, this brother, I know something ain't right about this brother. No, he's an Israelite, man. He's a Jew, like he's fine. He's fine, right? You don't want to have that spirit, man. Here it is, the brother rubbing up his mittens in the back on a new moon, man, with a ski mask on, man. He keep ducking and diving and looking at, freaking off, man. He's fine. right? No, brother, I'm telling you, man, he keep coming in and out, man. He keep reaching in his bag. He keep, putting stuff in the drink. He's fine, right? You don't want to be around a brother like that, man. A naive, simple man. You want to have a situation where you can perceive the end of that matter instantly, right? You don't have to, like we was going to earlier, you don't always have the opportunity to have it come to, huh? Every situation, you can't always go in a fast. You can't always sit there and call the brother. You have to make a swift decision and to be able to see the good and the evil of these matters and discern these things and expose these things. Right, like Judas, man. Right? And some things are on the go, like Solomon, man. Some decisions are on the go, man. You got to expose these demons that pretend to be something to overthrow you.
Come. Let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 1. Right, come. Right, because as brothers are bringing out, right, and powerful points, man. Right, lust, right, could have to start to trim your ways, man. Right, could also discern and trim the way that you do the work of the Most High. Right, let's bring that out in the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 1.
This is Acts chapter 5 and 1. But a certain man named Ananias, with Sapphira his wife, sold a possession and kept back part of the price.
And what?
And kept back part of the price.
Right, read.
His wife also, being privy to it,
Right.
and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet.
Right, and when you bring forth an offering, man, right, you should bring forth, right, with all of your right, man. Right, you can't cast in a halfway, man. Right, you can't put in, right, or put up or take back part of the price, man. Right, you can't be a brother, man. Right, that the only time that anyone sees you, right, is at feast days, man. Right, you never come to their camp, right? You never come to clean up at the school, right? You never jump on any lives or do any lessons to help, build up the nation, man. Right, you keep back, right, all the talents and gifts that the Most High has given you, man. Right, but you take part of the fruits of the labors that you choose to, man. And we don't.
But Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Spirit?
Right, and now you got Satan, man. Right, all that lust, it comes from you dealing with the spiritual demon Satan, man. Right now, right, all of a sudden your mind is filled with lies, man. Filled with ways to deceive, overcome, right, or usurp, man. Okay, read that part again in verse 3.
But Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and to keep back part of the price of the land?
Right, and now you're keeping back part of the price, man. Right, you may have been dependent on to tell brothers, keep the school going, right? You may have been needed, right, to help out to actually benefit the church, whether it was travel, right, whether it was a brother or sister in need, man, right? But by you keeping back a part of that price, man, right now you're doing great evil, right, and actually doing harm, right, to the church and body, man. Then good,
Whilst it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power?
Right.
Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart? Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto God.
Right, read.
And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost. And great fear came on all them that heard these things.
Right, and just like that, man, these men, right, they gave up the ghost, man. Right, why? Because all these things were conceived, right, from the doing of their heart. Right, actually, let's get that real fast in the book of James, right, the first chapter, the class, James 1, and start at verse number 13.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, and verse number 13.
Actually, let's start at verse 12.
Verse 12. Blessed is the man that endured temptation.
No, blessed is the man that giveth them.
Blessed is the man that endured temptation.
Right?
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Right, so the Most High, he said, blessed is the man that endures temptation, man. right? That man that has the appetite, the fortitude and strength, right, to resist it is lust, right? And to not let them have rule and dominion over it, you know?
So let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man.
I read.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
So what?
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
Right. Every man is tempted, right? When he's drawn away by his own lust, right? You can never say that well, Lord, you know, I sat down, right? It was a damn pork fest, man. Right? They had all the hog maw, right? The pig feet, man. Right? And it was just chitlins everywhere, right? And just damn catfish. And you know what? I was so hungry that I just had to eat it, man. I just had to bite that bacon, just to live on, man. You can't say that the Most High is the one that tempts you, man. Right? You know deep down inside he wanted to lay down with that woman, man, with no intention of actually taking care, right, and providing, doing all of the duties of loving, man. Right? You knew that you really wanted to go back and deep down inside, right, eat that so-called crab cake, man. Right, dip it, right, that damn shrimp in that butter and the so-called cocktail sauce, right, just one last time, right? You knew, right, that you was planning to be covetous, right, and to rob your brother, right, and to as they say in Baltimore, right, be a damn bakery, man, right, back door, right, damn, just set them up to be a damn robbed and killed, right? You knew that these things were conjured up in your mind from the very beginning. Right, because all of these avenues, right, they all stem from that lust, right? Read it again.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
And what?
And enticed.
Read.
Then when lust hath conceived.
Right, then when lust hath conceived, man. Right, when you're going full throttle, right, and carrying out your lust. Right, because first it starts, right, in your mind and your spirit, right, deep down inside. Right? Until you eventually say, you know what, enough is enough, right? Today is the day, man. Today is the day, right? We're gonna slide in those DMs, man, right? And we're gonna go out, right, on the so-called plan we had, man. You know what? Today is the day, right? I'm just gonna freak off, man. We don't.
Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
Right, right, so that lust, right, starts from deep down, right, in your mind, right, whatever it may be, right, to when it's fully brought forth and manifested, right, through your hand of action, right, which is, but because of a sin, right, and we all know, right, Romans 6 and 23, the wages of sin is death, right, as we've been reading out, right, through the many accounts, right, how much lust, right, how much of your own pleasure, right, just leads you unto death, physically and spiritually.
Come, let's go to 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse number 1.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse number 1. For as much then as some have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh.
Right, we suffer through the flesh, man. See, if we went after everything that would please us, we would be the Gentiles. That will make us like the other nations. That will make us the 2/3. That will destroy us instead of us passing through that, you understand, to be able to be saved. The Lord said, for he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. Right, we know?
That he no longer shall live the rest of his time in the flesh of to the lust of men, but to the will of God.
Right, see, the lust of men to do whatever man wants to do. See, when you were in the world, you could wake up whenever you wanted to wake up. You could go wherever you wanted to go. You could call whoever you wanted to call. Right, your weekends were always whatever the hell you wanted to do. Right, from this after party to this club, or you go over this kickback. You did whatever you wanted to do. It was your own lust that drove you to the desires that place. Right, you know?
For the time past of our life
may suffice us to have brought the will of the Gentiles.
Right, meaning our past lives, right, before we were resurrected to a new creature, right, sufficed us to have wrought the will, meaning the likeness of all of the Gentiles. What does Esau do? He raves, right? Esau is a beast, right? He come out at night, right? They do all these strange things, that all these revelings, all these railings, right, to have wrought the will of the Gentiles. Right, we all?
When we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
Abominable idolatries, right? Like Thanksgiving, man. That was your lust to fulfill what your mother wanted you to do, man. Taste this. Where are you? Right? Your mother may hit you up while you're absent at Thanksgiving. What's going on? What's gotten into you? Why that keep changing? You start scoffing, your family turn their back on you. People start hating you. Right? Nobody loves you, right? But your true brother, which is your true family in the faith. Everybody else turns their back on you. Right? And this world shouldn't want to love you. Shouldn't want to desire the love of the world, man. See, the world loves LeBron James. The world loves Michael Jackson. The world loves all of these entertainers, these actors, these actresses, man. Right? But the Lord hates them, man. They have turned their back on righteousness and have been a snare and trap and nothing but an idol to the children of Israel. Right, Rigo?
Wherein they think it's strange.
Read it again.
Wherein they think it's strange.
They think it's strange
that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
Right, meaning there's over 100,000, right? There's over 7, 10, 12, every infinite number, 1,000 people doing one thing, and you're going to be doing another. And nobody is going to look at you and say, well, he's standing up for righteousness. They're going to laugh at you, look down at you. Right, we're mocked at. Right, real fast. Go to 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 50. We're going to be mocked at, laughed at. Nobody respects us, right? But we're doing all of this to cease from the flesh to please the will of the Most High.
1 Ezra chapter 1 and verse 50. Nevertheless, the God of their father sent by his messenger to call them back, because he spared them and his tabernacle also.
Right.
But they had his messengers in derision.
Right, they had his messenger. The messengers are the prophets, the sons of God. Right, the men that tell you to repent, to come back to righteousness. But they had his messengers in derision. Read.
And look, when the Lord spake unto them, they made a sport of his prophets.
They made a sport of it. When you try to tell your grandmother, your father, right, your mother sometimes about this truth, they make a sport about you. You know, what you a preacher now? What do you think you are? Right, I've been in Christianity. I've been going to church way before you've been born. What can you teach me? Right, to make a sport of you and you become a laughing stock. Right, we all?
So far forth that he been wrought with his people for their great ungodliness, commanded the kings of the Chaldees to come up against them.
Right, so verse right there. And the wrath of the Lord got kindled so great for people denying his messengers and his prophets that the Lord had to destroy his own people. Huh? That goes to show you not denying lust and you laughing at the prophets and mocking these precepts and the sons of God. The Lord has wrath to come upon you. Like it says in Luke, the 10th chapter, you have not, let's just get it. Luke chapter 10, go fast. In verse 19, I believe. Might be 16.
Luke,
16.
Luke chapter 10 and verse number 16. He that heareth you, heareth me.
Right, so it's not as if they hate you, they hate the Most High. And if you really perceive that, that would make your lust to want to be accepted, it would just drown it down the drain. Stop trying to be accepted. Stop showing your ways to seek love. Because they really don't deny, oh man, I'm not accepted no more, I'm not in a circle, man, we're not kicking it no more. No, they really saying that they hate the God that you serve. Right, we go.
And he that despiseth you, despiseth me.
And what do they despise? They despise the friendships. They despise you not wanting to go out, smoke, and drink, and do all of the wicked things you used to do. Why? Because you're serving the God of Israel. You're not serving man, nor the lust thereof. So they're not despising you, really, they're despising the Most High. So after you discern how the Lord said in multiple precepts, the friendship of this world is enmity with the Father. How the Lord hates all of them that are in the world and loves them that have come up out of the world.
and he that despises me despises him that sent me.
Let's go to Numbers real quick. 11. Right, so this lust is heavy, man. 11:1. This lust is heavy, man. Brothers have to pray that the Most High gives them that discernment and discipline, man. Because lust, hey, man, maybe after this lesson, lust might try to hop on you, man. Right? Lust could try to hop on you to do or say or do, God forbid, man. You definitely want to have a spirit of discipline and integrity, man. And rule over your spirit. Numbers 11:1.
The book of Numbers, chapter 11, and verse number 1. And when the people complained, it displeased the Lord. And the Lord heard it, and his anger was kindled. And the fire of the Lord burnt among them and consumed them till were in the uttermost parts of the camp.
Right?
And the people cried unto Moses, and when Moses prayed unto the Lord, the fire was quenched.
Like the Lord quenched the fire. Jump to 4. That's what I want.
Verse number 4. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting.
Fell a what?
Fell a lusting.
They fell a lusting. The mixed multitude are the heathen. So let's read on. Let's see what happened.
And the children of Israel also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat?
Right. So when you hang around with the wicked and they lust, what's going to happen to you? You're going to lust, right? You're going to start lusting. Right? So you have to be mindful of what you entertain, right? What you see, what you listen to, who you're around. Those spirits can hop on you, huh? People in the world, they lust all the time, huh? You're kicking around your worldly family all the time. Don't be surprised when the worldly lust spirits hopping on you, huh? They have a desire to get money. They got a desire to have, lay down carnally with anything that moves, right? They got a desire to fulfill their own belly, huh? And now that spirit is hopping on you, you wonder why you have that spirit, huh? Because you are hanging around and entertaining spirits that you shouldn't be entertaining, huh? You're listening to the damn Project Pat all day on the Shabbat, right before cat, and you're wondering why you got a damn drug dealer spirit on you, huh? Why you got a spirit of violence on you, huh? Juicy J, you're listening to damn all of this wickedness, huh? Yeah, like I said, Project Pat now, and all of them spirits are in your mind, and now you're going to hell off, huh? Now you're talking like Project Pat, right? You're damn thinking like Project Pat. And next thing you know, you're doing the things that he would do, right? Because you're entertaining those spirits. If you sit down and watch certain shows, those spirits from those shows can hop on you, right? The music you listen to, those spirits can hop on you. The people that you're around, those spirits can hop on you, right? Read on.
Verse number 3.
No, read
5. We remembered the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. Right. But now our soul is dried away.
But now what?
But now our soul is dried away.
Right.
There is nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes.
It's wicked. All we have is manna. That's damn bread from heaven, huh? The hell is this coming from the sky, huh? I want real food, huh? So those spirits can get real, huh? Now, who's the true bread that came down from heaven? Yahushua, huh? So those spirits can hop on you, and you can deny the bread from above, huh? You can deny Yahushua, huh? It can get so bad where you can deny the precepts. You deny the scriptures, huh? If you hang around the young godly, huh? Those spirits can hop on you. That's what the Lord said. If you're around and indiscreet, observe the time. But be continually among men of understanding, huh? You're hanging around drunkards, you're going to get drunk, brother. Right? You're hanging around weed smokers, you're going to get high. You're hanging around drug dealers, now you got a damn ounce of weed on you, huh? Your friends say, hold this for me, right? And then you hold it, huh? I got to get it back, I get back this Friday. I'm just go to Canada, I'm gonna give it to you. You get there pulled over, right? In a group chat, I got pulled over, right? It's not okay, right? And then you hold the damn ounce of damn weed on you, brother. Because you're hanging around the damn people on the block, man. Right? Read on. And that's a wicked statement, man. All we have is this manna. Read on.
And the manna was as coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of delta.
So they desired quails. Now jump to 32.
Verse number 32. And the people stood up all that day, and all that night, and all the next day, and they gathered the quails.
Why did they gather quails? Because the Most High gave them what they lusted after. Whatever you lust after, you're going to get it. The Most High is going to give it to you. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Whatever you're secretly desiring, the Most High sees this. If that's what you really want, that's how bad you want it, yeah, you're going to get it. You're going to get that job, man. Right? You're going to get that job, man. And you're going to sin while you're in that job, man. And you're not going to be able to do the work of the Most High. You're going to be far away, God knows where, because you really wanted that money so bad. You wasn't willing to be content with what I gave you. You always wanted more. Here, have more, man. Here's $40 more, and here's you not making it through Jacob's trouble when it matters. So you have to be mindful of these things. You have to precept. Come.
Psalm chapter 106 and verse 14. I'm going to start at 13. They soon forgot his words. They waited not for his counsel, but lusted exceedingly in the wilderness and tempted Yahweh in the desert. And he gave them their request, but sent them leanness into their soul.
See that? He gave them something to fulfill their flesh. But what did it do to their spirit? Made them starve in the spirit, right? So the Most High can do something to please your flesh, but then your spirit get all jammed up with demons. Right? I'll jump back to that real quick. Finish that 32 and 33.
Come. It reads, he that gathered least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them all abroad for themselves round about the camp.
Man, it was free. I can see this now. Oh, damn, man. Oh, I'm gonna fry this. And how you gonna do yours? Man, I'm gonna bake mine. And man, they spread it out. You know what I'm saying? They breaking the damn wing off. And, eating it raw and checking it out, throwing it in the air, catching it, and doing all types of stuff, man. Putting it in their shirt pocket. They spread it abroad, man. And they just eyes full of adultery, man. Against the Most High. Read on.
And while the flesh was yet between their teeth,
As soon as they took that first bite,
it was chewed.
right before they could chew it.
The wrath of the Lord was kindled.
What the Lord say?
The wrath of the Lord was kindled.
Yeah, you pull up in that woman's house, man. As soon as you knock on the door, man, dude come out, man. A real dude come out, shoot you. Punch you right in the mouth, man. And as you fall down the damn steps, man, right? His homeboys come out, man. She already had 4 dudes over there. This was a setup, brother. But you didn't discern that, brother? You didn't discern that this was a setup the whole time? This isn't a fake when this stuff happens all the time. It's happening right now.
Right.
Somewhere in Babylon the Great, this is happening. Right. Bro, you didn't perceive that, man? Oh, yeah, those my brothers. Right? Those my brothers. Those my friends. Those my cousins. Next thing you know, brother, you got set up. You got punched in your mouth. You got robbed. You got shot, man. As soon as you pull up, man, right? You desired that damn unclean meat, man. It was a brother I remember. It was a brother. He was on an interview with a Christian, and he said he said outright, he said, I just wanted to go back and eat the pork. I want to go back and eat the pork. You go back and eat that pork. As soon as you eat it, you got type 2 diabetes. You're vomiting, you're throwing up. Right? As soon as you damn take that extra shot, you already had too many, you throw up all over the congregation. Right? You get up, you just spew your vomit all over all of the men of God. And you run out with more vomit and trails, man. Because you fulfilled your own lust, man. So you got to be mindful of fulfilling your lust, man. Right? Read on. One more on that. Oh, you finished that.
The wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people. The wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people. And the Lord smote the people with a very great plague.
What?
And he called the name of that place Kabra to us.
That means the graves of lust. Read.
Because there they buried the people that lusted.
They buried the people that lust. They buried the people that lust. Right?
Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse number 1. Yeah, that's a heavy account right there, man. Bury the people who lusted, man. That's an example right there. That's what we're about to read. All these things that happened to our forefathers in the wilderness who left out of Egypt, these are examples to us to not follow in the unrighteous footsteps, right? Because it's so easy to slip on the rocks, man. It's so easy to look at something and get turned out by looking at it, man. Right? And then you just slowly slide it down to destruction, man. Right? Those people, they say people who fall in the volcanoes. Remember the dudes that you ever seen them like fall into a volcano? But I was looking at something. They said people who fall in the volcanoes, they don't just poof in the air. They melt slowly.
Right.
Right? Like ice. Ice melts slowly. And that's how it is when you entertain your lust. You melt slower and slower and slower, and that spirit slowly leaves you. Right? That spirit of discipline that flees deceit. Right? That's a dangerous game to play, man. No man can retain the spirit. You can't retain the spirit from hopping on it. But the Lord gave us, avenues to remove those spirits. Right? So let's bring that up. 1 Corinthians 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse number 1.
Right.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was the Mashiach.
And that goes back into what we were just reading in Numbers 11. Right? That rock, the bread, that was all Yahweh that we was following in the wilderness. Right? You wasn't bucking up against Moses. You wasn't bucking up against Aaron. You was bucking up against the Lord, right?
And so again, but with many of them, the Most High was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness.
The example that we just read.
Now these were our examples to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted.
So these are examples that we shouldn't lust after evil things. Because we know the outcome of it. Death, destruction, woe, famine, damn gnashing of teeth. Right? And the Lord was merciful to them. They got removed out of slavery. They got led out of slavery with a great substance. Right? Shoot, we still in slavery.
Right.
Right? Look at brothers' bank accounts. Right? We're not leaving with a great substance just yet. So that same mercy that they had is not always going to apply to us today. So be mindful. Like I said, that ice, it slowly drips. It's a thing called erosion, right? A water path goes over a rock and it makes a certain path after years and years and years. And you can't get that back. You continue to do the same thing over and over and over. That special gift that the Lord may have given you, whether it's reading mighty, prophecy, counsel, being a shoulder to cry on, right? Discernment is going to get eroded. It's never going to come back. It's never going to come back once that spirit is gone, man. So once you start lusting, you start forgetting the thankfulness that you have, right? The real thanksgiving that the Lord has given his people, of understanding, of wisdom, of knowledge. And once that's eroded, you're nothing but a chocolate-covered Edomite or a chocolate-covered Moabite, man. Eating anything, doing anything. We was just talking about the turkey dudes, the butterball turkey freaks, right? Brothers didn't hear about it. They was out there, the butterball factory with the turkeys. They was over there molesting the turkeys, man.
Like live turkeys?
They was getting down with the turkeys, man. That's what's going to happen to brothers in these last days, man. If they're not mindful of what they're going after. All that glitter isn't gold, man. Didn't David get caught up with Bathsheba? Right. Even the greatest of us can fall. So be mindful.
I got one more quick precept. Go to Sirach 19:1. Yeah, David got caught up. Adam got caught up in lust, man. Samson got caught up. Many men have fallen of lust, man. Every king has fallen really of lust, man. Josiah lusted. Hezekiah lusted for the acceptance and the showing off of his glory to the Babylonians, man. Bring that up. Sirach 19:1.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse number 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contendeth small things,
The Lord said,
and he that contendeth small things
shall what?
shall fall by little and little.
What does that mean to contempt small things? You start disregarding things that you think don't matter, but they do matter. Huh? And that's the precept, because in the process of time, you start falling by little and by little. You start thinking, well, I'm only going to take out the trash. I don't need my fridges. It's not that big of a deal. But then next thing you know, I'm only going to the gas station. don't need my fridge on, break down the block. Well, I'm only going to the grocery store, it's 4 miles away. I guess I don't need my fridge on. Okay, well, I guess I'll show up the cat, but cat before. And Salaki, I ran into a brother when I was at work one time. He had his fridges on. And that's literally what he said. He said I was just going to the store. See that? And it didn't just start there, man. It starts little by little, man. You start pretending small things. Well, I didn't actually click the video. I'm just staring at the thumbnail, right? I'm not really going off yet. I didn't finish. I'm just clicking at the damn thumbnail. I'm like, brother, hold on, brother. Next thing you know, if you don't control yourself, it's going to turn to a screenshot. Then from screenshots, it's going to download. You're going to find how to download it, man. Right? Then you're going to damn buy a laptop. You're going to spend half your money you don't have on a new laptop, man. So you can damn get high quality. Next thing you know, you damn getting the speakerphone, man. You really start getting into this thing, man. Set the timer. Hey, you start putting yourself on video, man. Buy a damn camera, man. Right? You start going that off, man. Because you can't control it. You can't control your damn self, man. You start falling by little and by little. Everything matters, man. Right. That doesn't matter. I'm only 40 minutes late to camp. Right? Next thing you know, it's an hour. Next thing you know, maybe I shouldn't go. Next thing you know, I'm not going. Next thing you know, what's camp? Right? And you just freaking off, man. Read that verse again, 19:1.
Right, 19, verse number 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich.
Right, drunkenness also represents the wine in society. We're labored in this truth. You can't indulge into this world. Go on.
And he that contendeth small things shall fall by little and little.
Read.
Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away. And he that cleaveth to harlots will become imputed.
Right, wine and women, right? Philosophies, doctrines, actual women. These things will make a man of understanding to fall away. Right? Wine and women will make men of understanding. That's a hell of a combination right there, right? A bunch of women and a bunch of wine, and it's just you. It's only a matter of time before you fall away, right? Right? It's only a matter of time, right? So you have to have, it's okay to say no, right? A lot of brothers can't even say the word no sometimes, right? You can't just say those words. You're always giving a runaround, right? This woman, she's, well, can you come over? Well, I just got off work. I'm kind of tired. Brother, say no, man. No, you're married. No, you are married. Stop beating around the bush all the time. Oh, my back kind of hurt, They catch you next time, right? Brother, and that's why those spirits keep coming after you, because they see that you really want it, man. Those demons keep enticing you, and they coming after you, because you really don't want to say no, man. You really want it, and they're going to keep pressing you out, man. But if you rebuke these demons sharply, and these spirits sharply, man, they're going to have to find somebody else to go after, man. That's why certain demons that you dealt with when you first came to the truth, you don't deal with them no more, man. Because you rebuke those demons sharply, they can't get you, man, like they used to, man. And now they're looking for somebody else to get. And then stronger demons and more demons come up. But you have to be adamant, and you have to, what they say, stand on business, man. When it comes to serving Yahweh Shad and having discipline. What's God? With that, quote your shot.